What's going on, everybody? We are now live. Tune into the No Limit Fantasy Sports Podcast. What's going on? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain. Let's talk Week 8 DFS. What's going on in the NFL for Week 8? Let's start off with some news because I don't know what else to start off with. A lot going on. Actually, a lot of craziness. Brings a lot of excitement, I guess, other than people that want the Patriots to lose. Which is most NFL fans. We have a lot of excitement in the league. Lots going on, a lot of uncertainty, and just about anything can happen other than we expect the Patriots to make the Super Bowl. May not happen, though. Probably will. May not happen. Week 8, Drew Brees is going to play. That's pretty good. You know that guy wants to play. Like, he really wants to play. Wouldn't have been surprised if they sat him out, but just got news that he is going to play Week 8. Saints do face the Cardinals. I love Drew Brees, Insta Hall of Famer, one of the best in the biz, straight up legend. Then Jared Cook of the Saints is out. Sticking with the Saints. Alvin Kamara is questionable, a game time decision. My guess is that he doesn't play, but just a guess. David Johnson, yet again, questionable, game time decision. I think last week we started David Johnson. He screwed us, fantasy owners. This week, we're going to bench him and let's see if we get screwed or not, or pick him in DFS. I actually did have him, David Johnson, in one DFS line. I know I had him in at least one, not a lot. I think only one lineup. It wasn't a good one anyway. It was a Matt Ryan, David Johnson, so I'm not sad. It wouldn't have cashed in at all. So not sad there. Patrick Mahomes is out. Matt Ryan is out. So Matt Moore is going to start for the Chiefs. And the Schaub is back. Matt Schaub is going to start for the Falcons. Falcons do face the Seahawks. These backup quarterbacks aren't that bad. I mean, they're not that good. But let's see if the Packers D can step it up. They have been pretty decent this year. And another big one, actually, is Keenan Allen. And this is a game that I do want to talk about. Keenan Allen for the Chargers going up against the Bears. This could be a poop show. This could be a lot of mistakes, a lot of messy stuff, a lot of craziness, probably low scoring. Not a clean game. It's not going to be a pretty game. And Keenan Allen is questionable and is a game time decision. On top of that, if Keenan Allen does play, he will have a limited amount of snaps. So not a guy you want to pick in DFS. Also, this affects Phillip Rivers. This affects the entire game, as he would be the best receiver out on the field out of those two teams. And just watching Keenan Allen, he hasn't really been himself. That's what it seemed to me the past few weeks. And look at the numbers. Like, he was the best wide receiver first couple weeks, and now he's a complete scrub as far as fantasy is concerned. Not speaking on his name, he's an excellent player. Injuries have definitely derailed his career a little bit. I mean, this is a fantasy channel. His career is okay, but I mean, in terms of fantasy, we don't like these injuries. So he's been good. He's been up and down, but always seems injured or something's always wrong with that guy. And we do this podcast live as well on the No Limit Coin, No Limit Fantasy Sports YouTube channel. Podcast, of course, we take the audio form, put it on the podcast platforms. So right now in the building, we have a few people that are tuning in live. Adam China, what's up, man? Adam's in the building. Ricky, let me see my live. Oh, there we go. Live chat's okay now. It was acting weird. Ricky's in the building. He says, "What's up, Couch? What do you think of this cash lineup? Deshaun Watson, Ty Johnson, Bell, Sutton, Cup, Nuke, Ingram, Tevin Coleman, and Rams D." It's okay. I think it's not that good for cash. I think it's okay. I think you have a big stack. And you have Ty Johnson and Le'Veon Bell is really my big concerns with this lineup. Other than that, it's okay. So why not go Watson and Stills or just pick something else. Like, you have a lot of expensive wide receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends. I would definitely switch running back. Because Ty Johnson, he's okay this week. He's a good cash play. I'd rather spend up and go get a guy like Chris Carson. Much higher floor, going against the Falcons. Now, my guess, because this happens so many times, I'm just going to throw it out there. My guess why you didn't pick Chris Carson, not just because the price isn't too cheap, because he had a bad game last week. Don't let that derail you from picking up or putting Carson in your DFS lineup, especially in cash. I absolutely love Chris Carson this week. What is he, a 7,000, somewhere around there? He's priced at. See, I remember this stuff. I have a great memory sometimes, except when it comes to names, and proud to pronounce names too. Chris Carson, 7,000. He's gonna get his touches. He's the running back there for the Seahawks. Chalk him, pencil it in. 20 carries, right? At least, minimum, going against the Falcons. What are the lines right here? The NFL lines say that, I'm trying to find this. Seattle favored to beat Atlanta by 7 points, 52-point total. That's pretty high scoring. I don't know if I refresh this, if it will change. It won't change for now. Maybe the lines will change, but people who made the lines knew that Matt Ryan may not play. High scoring game. Seattle favored to win by 7. I love Jason Myers, the Seattle kicker, this game. Russell Wilson's legit, and love Lockett, and absolutely love Chris Carson. There's plenty of other options. So if you instead of Evan Ingram, so avoid Ty Johnson in cash. Le'Veon Bell, I don't know about. I'm kind of, I don't know. Price isn't great. And I love him in GPP, not so much in cash. So go get you a Chris Carson, and you can go get Cameron Brate. He's super cheap. That's great for cash, man. Cameron Brate, absolutely love it. We know Winston, even though he sucks, he throws the ball a lot. He'll throw 300 yards. That's going to be good for Cameron Brate, who's excellent in the red zone. Cameron Brate's going to get you at least 3 receptions. He's priced at $2,800. Again, that's my memory right there. I be knowing things, man. I know things. Let me check if I got the price right. I'm wrong. Cameron Brate, $2,700. That's cheap. So let's spend less on positions we can't predict. Spend up on positions we can predict, like running backs. Easier to project running backs. More consistent position, running backs. Quarterbacks, consistent, right? Oh, Carson's more expensive on other websites. Okay, well, there's other options too. So, Chris Carson, I don't know, but yeah, these is DraftKings salaries we're looking at. Chase Edmonds, if David Johnson is out, that's great for cash. Latavius is great. Definitely start Latavius Murray if Kamara is out. And I think both these teams play early. So they play each other. Cardinals, Saints play each other in the early games. Yeah, you're looking at, that's a little bit tailored more towards GPP than cash, and that's why I don't like it. But take my suggestions and run with it. I just, this is what happens when it's a new podcast. We don't have thousands of people tuning in live. I can actually focus in and just, dissect your lineup. So I think that was great advice for me. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Was that good advice? Is that going to help you? I think it was great. You let me know, though. Henry or Matt? No, I don't like Derrick Henry's that has a bad matchup. Mac is okay. Mac is okay. I do like Mac. I wouldn't go with Derrick Henry, completely touchdown dependent. Bucks have a good run defense. I didn't have much planned for this podcast anyway, so it's all good. We can focus only on your lineup, Ricky. Oh, this is gonna be Ricky Germano lineup podcast. I'm gonna help you construct your lineup. That's all we're doing. By the way, Rick, if you want to head on over to No Limit Fantasy Sports, we have some free rolls and also some great tournaments. Right now, it's overlay. I don't know if it's going to fill up by Sunday, but you could definitely be seeing some overlay tournaments. So make sure you do check us out, NoLimitFantasySports.com. Super fun, super easy to play, great community. And I see you play on the other site, so this should be pretty simple and straightforward for you to play on. I want to talk about some stacks, some of my favorite stacks this week. And I don't know if I'm going to go with that contrarian Jameis Winston stack. It just came to me like, man, how about if he throws 6 touchdowns? Super contrarian, though, super weird. Don't want to pick him unless you're in one of those big pool GPPs, like 10,000 entries or more. So, yeah. Edmonds has a bad matchup, right? Yes, but if David Johnson is out, that's volume. And like I said, you can also get Latavius. I'm just giving examples off the top of my head. And yeah, so that's why I'm just not big on Ty Johnson. He's just not that talented. So some stacks I like. I don't recommend Jameis Winston. I think that's a dumb, bold, contrarian one. I do like Russell Wilson, though. Going against Atlanta, you can stack him with guys like Lockett, Metcalf, Jerron Brown. He's priced at 7,200. Deshaun Watson, like in Ricky's lineup. Deshaun Watson, 7,100 going against Oakland. That's a good one. It could be high-scoring game. Vegas has it as a high-scoring game. That means something. Texans to beat the Raiders by 6.5, 51.5 point over under. That's a high total. Yeah, Sutton's pretty cheap. Yeah, for sure. Then we have Deshaun. Yeah, with Deshaun Watson, you can stack him with Hopkins, Kenny Stills. If you want to be contrarian, maybe Kiki Cutie. And I think out of the 2 tight ends, I'd rather go with Jordan Akins over Darren Fells. And then Josh Allen, you could stack him with John Brown. He's the type of quarterback that scores a lot on the ground. He'll get you fantasy points with rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. So don't really know how to pinpoint which receivers will be good. Everyone's like John Brown, top 10 wide receiver, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Look, he's good catching the deep ball. I like it. He's a vertical threat. He's fast. But I don't have a ton of faith in John Brown. Plus, everyone else does. Everyone's got him ranked super high, man. And then we have a Matthew Stafford. Now, this is one I really like. Stafford's great in cash. He's super cheap. He's extremely cheap, priced at 6,100, going against the Giants. Bad pass defense on the New York Giants side. Also, Kerryon Johnson, the starting running back, is out. He's on IR for the Lions. Backup running back C.J. Anderson got cut. So now we're down to the third string running back, Ty Johnson, who's mediocre. He's okay. He should see some volume. But J.D. McKissick is the better running back. He's just not that big, 198 pounds. So he's not a workhorse, won't get a ton of carries. But J.D. McKissick's a lot better, and he's better in the pass game. We do play PPR. So I don't see Ty Johnson getting too many catches. He's just not that talented, really. I mean, you're looking at basically like a player that's worse than Carlos Hyde. That's what you're getting with Ty Johnson. But I do like Stafford. I think he'll throw the ball a lot. You can stack him with Kenny Golladay. That's the main stack. If you want to be more contrarian, you can go with Marv Jones, Danny Amendola, TJ Hawkinson. Yes, Matt Ryan is out, so Matt Schaub's in play. Matt Schaub's priced at 4,700. Now, that's a cheap punt right there, going up against the Seahawks. Ryan Tannehill, I do like this one a lot. Bucks have a good run D, bad pass defense. You can stack him with Corey Davis. That's going to be the stack, guys. So I might pivot and go A.J. Brown just to be different, just to be cool, you know. Jonnu Smith is the starting tight end with Delaney Walker out. And I was on this fade Derek Carr hype, but now I'm back on it. For some reason, I thought Terrell Williams wasn't going to play. Now it seemed like he'll probably play. So I was thinking like less than 30% chance Terrell Williams will play. Now it's like more than 60% chance he's going to play. And that changes everything because now you have a wide receiver. Before you didn't have a wide receiver. Changes everything. He's got a couple tight ends to throw to, including Darren Waller and also Foster Moreau. And Texans D, not that great. Oakland Raiders have a good O-line. And yep, that's about it for quarterbacks. I wanted to show you guys this meme. Apologize to the audio listeners out there. The meme, I will describe the meme. You know, if memes are outlawed, we'll just post text that describe the meme, because that's not, you can't outlaw just text describing something, right? If I describe the Mona Lisa, it's, you know, with text, you can't ban that. So I'll describe this meme for the audio listeners out there. The meme is titled the top 3 quarterbacks in the AFC East. And the caption is, "It's about time Tom Brady has some AFC East QB competition." It's a picture of Tom Brady, then a picture of Julian Edelman, and a picture of newly acquired wide receiver via trade, Mohamed Sanu, who's going to be an absolute beast for the Patriots. And we all know Julian Edelman and Mohamed Sanu are like, what, they got like a perfect passer rating. These guys are amazing. They make huge plays when they throw the ball. Yeah, and then you got a guy named Tom Brady. So I like this meme a lot. Who are the real quarterbacks? Sam Darnold, who was seeing ghosts. Josh Allen, who hasn't been playing well the past few weeks, but the Bills have still been winning. They're 5-1. And who's the other one? Oh, the Dolphins. Yeah, they don't. They got a Ryan Fitz mustard. Ryan Fitz mustard. Definitely the type of quarterback to have mustard on his beard. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Man, Patriots. They traded a high draft pick, but they needed a wide receiver, and they got a really good possession wide receiver in Mohamed Sanu. Also in NFL news, the Niners say that Emmanuel Sanders, newly acquired wide receiver, they gave up, what was it? A 3rd and a 4th pick for Emmanuel Sanders from the Broncos. The Broncos gave Sanders in a 5th rounder. And they said they're going to use him a lot this week. The Niners really, 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 really need help at receiver. Like, if Deebo Samuel isn't playing, that's a big blow. Yeah, they really need help, and they just got it there with Emmanuel Sanders is really good, and people got this wrong. People really think that Emmanuel Sanders' value goes down. It does not. It goes up, not by a lot, probably. I get that. It is a running team. It is a defense-oriented team. Jimmy Garoppolo may not be as good as we thought. I get that, but he goes from Flacco to Jimmy G and Kyle Shanahan. It's an upgrade. Shanahan didn't go get Emmanuel Sanders just to get him and be the 3rd string wide receiver and just use him every now and then. He got him because that's their number 1 wide receiver now. Automatically, that's the number 1. I know it. Like, we're fairly certain they got Sanders. He's going to be the number 1 receiver for the 49ers. Him and Kittle will be the first 2 options. And then it goes to the running backs and Deebo Samuel. So, yeah. Let's talk about some more picks I have. Obviously, like Chris Carson. I like Tevin Coleman. I like where are these guys? I should probably show them. Chris Carson, 7,000. I like a Tevin Coleman at 5,000. Le'Veon Bell's okay. I kind of take it back. He's not that bad. Like, you don't have to change Le'Veon Bell from your lineup in cash. I do like him because he'll get the volume. He'll get the receptions as well. Carlos Hyde, very good one right here. I just don't like that he doesn't catch a lot of balls. I'm going with Montgomery again in GPP. I don't care what you guys say. I know you guys make fun of me. It's going to be a messy game. Chargers, Bears. Look at this. Let's see the line right here. Chargers, Bears. Bears to beat the Chargers. Bears favorited to win this game against the Chargers by 3.5 points in Chicago. Yeah. We'll see if he can sneak in and get a touchdown. 7, what's up, man? Hello, do you start Kenny Stills, Larry Fitzgerald, or Emmanuel Sanders this week? Okay, good question. Very close here. I'm not going to risk starting Emmanuel Sanders when you have 2 other good options. Sanders can do very well. There's no doubt about it, but I'm not starting him unless you're super desperate. So Emmanuel Sanders, bench him. Okay, we're reverse engineering this thing. Stills, tons of upside. I think I'm going to go with him. Fitzgerald's not been doing that well. I do love Fitzgerald, a little bit safer even, but you got to imagine Kenny Stills will get a ton of targets. You just can't bench that type of upside, so I'm going to have it ranked number 1, Kenny Stills, number 2, Larry Fitzgerald, and number 3, Emmanuel Sanders as far as projections go for Week 8. Whoa, why'd you go with, did you really start Josh Rosen? No, what are you trolling me now? Why would you go with Rosen? You must have mistyped that. Isn't Fitzpatrick starting? All right, I don't know. You got to Josh Rosen in cash. What are you doing, bro? Don't do that. Don't do. Your team was okay. You didn't have to destroy it. Just had to make a couple switches is all. Just have to make a couple small switches. You were good, man. So you just had to take out Ty Johnson, maybe put in Bray, something like that, and you would have been good to go. You don't want to start a Dolphins quarterback. Don't do that. Josh Rosen, he's not even playing. I don't know. You must be trolling me, but now I'm like so upset. I have to find out. I have a OCD. I have to find out, or I'm just curious. Ryan Fitzpatrick will start Week 7. I have no news on Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen. Yeah. I don't see anything about him starting. Josh Allen. You said Dolphins and then yeah, okay, Josh Allen is who you meant. The other Josh. Josh Allen, not that bad. Not that bad. He's still not good in cash, though. But not bad in cash. He's okay. So you can keep Watson in there. Yeah. That's much better. So you got Josh Allen, Chase Edmonds, Chris Carson, Cortland Sutton, Cooper Kupp, Hopkins, Bray, Tevin Coleman, and Seattle D. That looks much better. But like I said, I liked your original lineup. I just think you needed to tweak it a little bit. I don't like Ty Johnson in cash that much. I don't care if he's chalk or not. Yeah, I'm just not with it. I just can't vouch for a guy who's just not that good. He's okay. He's not the best. What else picks I got? I got some more picks. Tyler Lockett, Kenny Golladay. Okay. Cortland Sutton, super cheap, 5,300. Let's put him here. Where is he? 5,300. Yeah, his price is basically too cheap. He's going to get volume. He gets like seven targets per game minimum this year. So he hasn't had a game with less than 7 targets. I do like Corey Davis and A.J. Brown as well. Corey Davis priced at 4,400 going against the Bucks. And if you want to pivot, go A.J. Brown, 4,100. They're teammates. They're both wide receivers. I like Keelan Doss, but only if Terrell Williams is out. Seems like Terrell Williams won't be out. Deshaun Hamilton, 3,300, though. That's super cheap. I added him in all my season long leagues. Go add Deshaun Hamilton, guys. He's the starting wide receiver now with Sanders out. And for tight end, I like Hunter Henry because I think he's going to get a ton of targets priced at 4,900. I know these guys. I'm not going to talk about these top guys. They're pretty obvious. Hooper's good. Kittle's good. Waller's good, obviously. Dawson Knox is good for GPP, 2,900. And then we have Jonnu Smith, 2,800. Where are you at? I mentioned that Delaney Walker is out. And Cameron Brate, 2,700. Like this tight end a lot with OJ Howard out. For defenses, for the cheap ones, my favorite cheap defense is the Chargers D. 2,300. They're super cheap. If you want to spend up, I'm back on the Bears hype train. I don't care. I'm doing it. Bears, Chargers, low scoring game. A lot of bad things can happen. They're 3,600 playing at home. And then the Patriots are playing at home against the Browns. Lots of upside. The most upside for any defense here is with the Patriots. They're the most expensive, though, hands down. Old School, what's up, man? Old School in the building says, so far I am on Corey Davis. Scary, but seems like Tannehill likes him. Yeah, I think that type of, that's why I like A.J. Brown, but that's only to be contrarian. So nothing wrong with Corey Davis. I think I'd rather go A.J. Brown if I'm playing in a big pool GPP, just to switch it up, because this is what happens with the tight ends. It's a receiver roulette, right? We have Delaney Walker balling out. Then we have A.J. Brown balling out. Then we had, I honestly don't know if it was Tajay Sharp or another wide receiver balling out. Adam Humphries gets a lot of catches 1 week. Corey Davis 2 weeks does well. So it's like, it's up and down. Probably never seen 1 week be the same as the next. You know, it's not like most other teams. And so that's why I see the Titans pass game working. Just don't know which receivers are going to be best. Obviously, Corey Davis is the obvious choice. Like you'd rank, if you do your rankings, the Titans receivers, Corey Davis would be number one as far as, you know, receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, targets, receptions. You'd rank Corey Davis number one, but you can see how A.J. Brown has the same upside. Lower floor, same upside as Corey Davis, though. Yeah, Panthers defenses against the Niners have done well. They are super cheap too. They're priced right around the same. Chargers D is $2,300. Panthers D is $2,400. And yeah, kickers. We gotta talk about kickers. My favorite. Who was my favorite? I like Dan Bailey a lot. He played Thursday. Gosh, I don't have any notes for kickers. You know, I hate that I forgot. So, okay, I remember. It's coming to me. Greg Zuerlein's number one. Greg Zuerlein's my number one kicker. Rams in LA going against the Bengals. Love it. Jason Myers, Seattle kicker, is my number two most favorite kicker. Where you at, Jason? Jason Myers going against Atlanta, playing in a dome. Lots of touchdowns, lots of opportunities. Seattle defense could make a few plays against pick six Matt Schaub. I love Jason Myers this game. And Kaimi Fairbairn, great kicker this week. Josh Lambo's okay. Yeah, those are my top kickers. You know, Justin Tucker's on a bye, obviously. Harrison Butker, not as appealing without Patrick Mahomes. Adam Vinatieri will be a sneaky one. I like him. And that's really about it for kickers. Yeah, I like Greg Zuerlein. I like Jason Myers a lot. Fairbairn's really good as well. Yeah, those are my favorite kickers for sure. Prater. Yeah, Prater is an excellent one. He's got to be top 5 this week. And if he's playing in Detroit in a dome, that's even better. I like it if it's a home game. So let me see. Yeah, it's in Detroit. Home game in a dome. Patriots, Lions favored to win by 6.5 going against the Giants. Matt Prater, top 5 kicker this week. Yeah, absolutely love him. All right, guys, talking about kickers, we're going to end it on there. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the podcast on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We're on all the podcasts right there. You guys can go ahead and play right now DFS on NoLimitFantasySports.com. I'm there. What's my name on here? Fantasy Couch. That's right. Come see me there. Come challenge me. Let's go head to head or see me in the tournaments. I'll be there playing. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Just hit that No Limit Coin icon right there. Subscribe. Have notifications turned on so you don't miss podcasts. We're live 5 p.m. Eastern every Saturday talking about DFS. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thumbs down if you did not. Good luck this week, everybody, in fantasy football in DFS for week 8. Peace out.